Don't you just love the sporadic nature of these videos? It's been a little while since we recorded a tasting video, and I thought, what better way to get back into it again than to do a series of single malts? And very specifically, we're going to do today Virginia Distilling Company's Blue Ridge Select. And I had the opportunity to try this on a sample tasting event with the guys over at Bourbon Lens. So you should really follow Jake and Scott. Once again, I've said it before, friends really do a much better job at this than I do. So go give them a follow. If you Patreon them at a high enough level, you can join these tastings as well and get an opportunity to try a whole bunch of stuff. But we went through a series of single malts. It sort of inspired me to go back to this, especially since the definition is now ratified. But you know how we do these things. We do 3 tastings on 3 different days with 3 different sets of glassware potentially, with the hope of removing any environmental bias that might come along just based off of, day-to-day food consumption or attitude. So getting into this, the first taste through the nose on it gave a lot of citrus peel, some caramel, some floral, and some dry wine. The palate on it, if you didn't tell me this wasn't a 12-year-old Scotch, I might guess that it was. It had a really good spice in the mouth with a healthy dose of golden syrup. And then the finish, it dried out to like a fruit tea with some type of citrus nose to it. The second time through, the nose for me was red fruit, cinnamon candy, and cider. And then the palate on it was an overripe apple with some dark caramel, and the finish gave apple must. And apple must is the stuff that's left behind when you're making like a cider or any type of a fruit juice. The leavings, the mashings is usually called must. I think it's actually maybe after the fermentation process. I don't know, not a scientist. Last time through the nose on it, once again, cider notes, white wine, floral and dry. The palate was very floral. The finish was very cinnamon spice. And honestly, this is a pretty low-cost American single malt that everyone should give themselves an opportunity to try if you think you're into American single malts. It gave me a lot of the classic notes that I would get from a well-aged Scotch. And I don't mean well-aged like 20 years, but something beyond 10 years. But definitely gave some of the harder caramels and some more brashness that you would expect from an American whiskey. So I really like what Virginia Distilling Company does. I think I've talked about them a couple of times before. And honestly, if they see this video, give me a call. Let's do an episode. All right. Hope you guys enjoy.